What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex. You watching the Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Last night I saw The Hangover Part 3. It is the third and final installment in the Hangover franchise. It is now a trilogy with 3 films, all directed by Todd Phillips. And here's my review. But before I begin with this review, I just want to let you know that when I first saw the trailer for the Hangover movie, the very first one, I thought it looked completely stupid. Like, it looked like it didn't make any sense. But when I watched the movie, I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually really impressed at how not only funny it was, but how everything came together and everything just worked. So later on you get the second movie and they have it in Thailand and they repeat that same formula. That's when I felt that, okay, you know, you're recycling jokes, it's getting kind of redundant, okay? But then they bring in the third movie. Now, a lot of people were tired of the recycled jokes, so the producers and the director decide to do something completely different. Well, essentially these are the Hangover films and you still have to bring back some core elements. And they decide that this time they're going to go back to Vegas where the roots of the original Hangover movie is. And well, we'll see how that worked out. And I'll tell you that it didn't quite work for me. In fact, I think this movie, The Hangover Part 3, is the weakest of the 3 because one of the biggest problems of the movie is that I find it relies too much on these 2 characters, and that is the character of Alan, played by Zach Galifianakis, and also Chow, played by Ken Jeong. Of course, we know their characters are completely over the top, which is fine, but I find that they are now the stars of the movie. It is no longer about the wolf pack, it is about the chemistry and relationship between Chow and Alan. And I just find that it's just too much. You know, it's what I like to call an excess just amount of them. There's too much of them throughout the movie. The wolf pack consists of 4 guys. I mean, you got Justin Bartha's character, who is also not very present in this film, so they're following the same formula. You got Stu, who's always overreacting, played by Ed Helms, and you have Bradley Cooper's character, I forgot his name, but he is the leader, and he just reacts. He just reacts to Alan's craziness. He doesn't go overly crazy like Stu, but he's just cool. Okay, he just plays a really cool self in the movie. But these guys are really still the same. There's no new developments, and really all this movie is about is Alan and Chow, and that's just too much. It's just too much for me because their humor, while some of it is funny, I just find that it gets to the point where it just wears itself dry, and it's not as funny as it was in the first one. All right, I find that Todd Phillips, he wanted to try something. He wanted to try something different, and he wanted to try so hard to bring something fresh. But I was just not very engaged to the movie. I think that I expected something more. I didn't have that high expectations, but I expected something different. But at the end of the day, they just wanted something that was just as crazy as the other 2 movies. But by doing that, they just had to make Chow and Alan's character more dominant in the film. And like I said, it's an excess amount. It's just too much. And I find it's their movie, and it's no longer about the story, it's just about their characters goofing off, and I don't think that that's a good movie. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not a good movie, and I don't recommend it. I find that if you're going to watch this movie, check it out on a cheap night. I checked it out on cheap night, but I think I should have went to the cheaper theater where I could have watched it for $2. That would have been worth it. But I owned The Hangover, the very first movie, the Blu-ray. I don't think I'm going to get the second and third one. I don't really need to own the entire trilogy because it's really not that great, to be completely honest. The story is pretty much blah. I don't care. I don't care very much about the story. In fact, I'll be completely honest, I dozed off quite a few times in the first half. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I mean, it was funny. It was funny at certain parts, but it was only certain parts. But I don't think the character of Chow, played by Ken Jeong, is funny at all. I think that originally in the first one he had that weird ass accent, but then on the third one he just loses it and he just talks weird. He just talks weird to the point it's just annoying and it's just a gimmick. And that's what this movie is. It's just full of gimmicks. So there you have it. I'm gonna give this movie a 4 out of 10. Not a very good film. yeah, it had its moments in the terms of laughs, you know, like some gags. But other than that, nothing really great, nothing groundbreaking, and definitely the weakest of the three. That's all I gotta say this movie. Hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, and also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.
When he puts on all his tactical gear, he looks like Roadblock. It's like Roadblock is in a spin-off movie of G.I. Joe. It's pretty funny. Anyways, let's talk about the action and the direction, okay? Justin Lin is the director. And